everyone, it's Emmy Hall at TFL Car. I'm here at the 2015 Detroit Auto Show, and I've seen the brand new Chevy Volt. I'm going to be having a talk here with Pam Fletcher. She is the Executive Chief Engineer for Electrified Vehicles. And you know, this Volt is brand new inside and out. We'll find out more coming up on the Fast Lane Car. This thing is brand new. I know we've got a new interior, new exterior. Tell me how you guys decided to come up and why now? Why redesign now?
Yeah, the entire car is brand new. You know, the first generation car has been out since the end of 2010. Customers absolutely loved it. Our owners are the most satisfied in the industry. And, you know, technology has evolved since then. And so we saw the opportunity to offer them a brand new car, as you said, all new, inside and out, with a bit more premium appearance, with more range, which they absolutely love, and with more of another thing they love, which is the fun to drive experience. You know, great acceleration, smooth, quiet driving experience. So
you've got a brand new electric motor, and that gives you 50 miles of range on electric charge?
Yep, the entire electric drive system is new, and so owners should expect about 50 miles of range on a given charge.
Okay, and then the gas motor or gas engine is new as well, and that's a 1.5 liter Ecotec, am I correct?
It is.
Okay.
It's an all-new 4-cylinder Ecotec engine, and it runs on regular gasoline.
Okay.
Which is something our owners absolutely told us they wanted. You know, the interesting thing is we know that more than 80% of the time an owner gets behind the wheel of the Volt, they drive all electrically. And so we gave them a little bit more range, and so now we should have people expect to get more than 90% of their trips every time they get behind the wheel of the Volt to be an all-electric driving experience, which is what they tell us they love the most.
Now, okay, so we're in the interior. Tell me a little bit. I know you guys have simplified this interior a little bit, but what's your favorite feature in here?
My favorite feature is the jewelry, and it's right here on top of this knob. It looks simple, but you know, look a little closer, Emmy. You can see where there's a graphic in it that matches the exact graphic on the grille on the front of the car.
Ooh,
and then
details.
It's this beautiful electric blue. You know, if you remember the first generation Volt, we always have the blue start-stop switch, and we've just kind of carried that through on a few little details that really make it special.
Nice. Those kinds of details are really what makes a car stand out. You know, you guys have really thought to care about those little things that really make a car fantastic.
Yeah, I can go on and on. You see this slot. I love this slot.
I know, I can put my phone right there.
For my phone when I put on the brakes or I accelerate, which this car has great acceleration. It doesn't slide, you know, back in the seat or back into one of the cup holders. More storage space here. But I'd say most importantly, you know, the car has a real premium feel to it. You know, you can see a lot of details and touches with the piano black treatment, with the bezels and bright deco trim that you see. You'll also notice just the intuitive, simplified controls. Our owners were very clear on what they wanted. They wanted the infotainment simple, and you know, when you look at these icons, they probably look pretty familiar to you. You know, something that you could very much see on other devices that you have.
Now, we haven't really talked about horsepower and torque numbers. Can you talk about those at all?
Absolutely. So, this car, as you know, accelerates faster than the first generation car, and that's because we have more torque than we had in the first generation car. We have about 294 foot-pounds versus about 273 foot-pounds in the first gen. The horsepower number is almost identical, but those new electric motors that we're talking about, very powerful, yet smaller. So, you know, the technology has really allowed us to make some great strides.
And it's nice to have that torque available at 1 RPM, you know, like it's just right off the bat, you can kick everyone's butt right off the line.
Right, I call it that kick in the pants.
Yeah.
People really like that, right? The car just goes. There's no lag, there's no weight, there's no shifting, it just goes.
Yeah, that's one of the best things about driving a vehicle in electric mode is that instant torque. It's so much fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that is number one. That is what people say they love the most, is that fun to drive experience.
Definitely. Now, the gasoline engine in this doesn't actually power the car. It actually helps to create more electricity. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a backup plan.
Okay.
It's a backup plan for, when those
when you need to be
times
spontaneous.
when you need to be spontaneous,
right?
Or you want to take that weekend trip and you want to go to the next mountain,
right?
You can do it, and you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, I have driven in all electric vehicles, and I try to live kind of a spontaneous life, and you realize, oh, I can't go out tonight, you guys, because I only have 5 miles left on my car. So having that backup gasoline engine really helps bring the EV into normalcy for commuters and for people. They could actually use this as their daily driver and not need to have another longer range car.
That's it. We say the beauty of the Volt is it can be your only car. You can have an electric car, drive electrically most all the time, but it can be your only car, and that's really, really what makes it special. It's the only car like that.
And the combination range is about 200 miles?
You can actually get over 400 miles
No way.
total. Over 400.
Oh my gosh.
So really in the realm of non-electrified vehicles. So they're truly no sacrifice.
Okay. So I know you guys worked on acceleration this year, and I think I heard in the press conference this morning, 0 to 30 in 2.4 seconds?
I think 2.6 seconds, a
okay.
20% improvement from today. You know, the number one thing that owners of Volts tell us is that they love the fun to drive experience. So we really worked to improve upon that.
Now, I'm looking here at the back seat, and it looks like we're still a 4-person vehicle.
Not at all.
You think I can put a 5-person there?
If you turn around a little further, you see 3 belts. You'll see 3 belts, and you'll see that a person can very much sit in the middle. And just like with a rear-wheel drive car, there's a tunnel.
Right.
And so people have driven rear-wheel drive cars for how many years? A long time.
So I just have to pick a side? Like which guy I want to play footsie with in the back seat?
Exactly. It's always good to have choices.
It is. It is always good. So I've got 5-passenger vehicle. What about like overall? Do I have more cargo, less cargo, more storage, less storage?
Yeah, it's great. There's more storage, more usable storage than we had in the first generation car.
Like this, and I don't want to forget my phone, so I'm going to put it in my pocket right now.
And cargo space the same. You have more storage. You can fold the seats flat just as before and use that entire back of the car to haul whatever you might want to use.
It's nice to have it folding all the way flat, because then it really does make your car so much more, gives it so much more utility.
One of the best storage improvements is for the travel cord, the travel charger. Before you would take it and you would wrap the cord, and you had to tuck it underneath the load floor in a nicely designed little spot.
Right.
But everybody doesn't want to do that. And so now you can actually use a bin that's on the side of the cargo area, and you can wrap that cord nicely if you want, but if you don't want and you just want to gather it up and throw it in, you can do that too. And you don't have to lift the load floor. So you can have things in the back of the car, and it's not a problem.
That's awesome. So you guys have redesigned the outside. Now, a lot of times when you've got EVs, they definitely look like an EV. It's like drivers are trying to make a statement and saying, this is my EV, it's electric, boogie, boogie, boogie. But this one doesn't really have that look. This new redesign is definitely looking more like a, quote, normal car than in the past. So why did you guys decide to go in that direction?
Very simple. That's what our owners told us they wanted. And they want a car that is sporty and sleek, and that really just looks like a great, beautiful car. And so that's what we gave them.
And what about the interior? I know the interior is brand new this year as well.
Yeah, the comments that I always hear is, wow, this looks really luxurious, this looks premium. So I think that owners of the second generation Volt are going to be really happy.
Now, how long does it take to charge up the Volt? And can I do it from my house?
You can. Charging is interesting because there have been many surveys on where are the cars, right? Because the cars are going to charge where they are.
Right.
Overwhelmingly, they're at home. And so that's why you see a tremendous amount of focus and attention on getting home charging possible, to get common standards, across the country, to make it very simple. So when you go to your, local municipality and say you want to put in an electric car charger, they know what you're talking about.
Right.
And it's really seamless.
So TFL Car is from Colorado, and we have seen some Volts testing at high altitude. How do these cars perform in cold weather and up above at a mile high?
Yeah, well, that is another beauty of electric drive that many states don't experience, but you have no altitude effect on the performance of the Volt. So you still get full electric performance, no matter if you're at the base of the foothills or if you go across Loveland Pass. You're still going to get full performance all electrically, and that really is just another special beauty of the Volt.
So having said that, if I can give full performance no matter how high I am, what's going to happen at Pikes Peak next year? Are you guys going to run a Chevy Volt against the Leaf and the IBM?
I'm not ready to tell you about everything we're doing. We have to save something for later.
Oh, that would just be awesome to see another EV up there on the mountain. All right, so what about pricing, and when can I expect to see this guy in showrooms?
Yeah, so you'll see the second generation Volt in the showrooms the second half of the year. We've already started building, we've already started our launch at our assembly plant, but dealers will see the car early in the second half of the year.
And anything you can tell me about pricing?
Not yet. We have to save something for later.
Yeah, every time I ask you all about pricing, you just never ever let me know. Now, what's your last question? What's your favorite feature on the new Volt?
Oh my goodness, there are so many. They're simple. Number one, the electric drive has just become something I expect and love, but there's two small little things. On top of the shift knob, there's literally what looks like a piece of jewelry, and you'll have to see it for yourself to appreciate it, but just a beautiful cap to the top of the shift knob that really has the design essence of the whole car. And then there's a nice little slot to put your cell phone. Because I don't know about you, but I'm always looking around, where's my phone, And now there's a slot that exactly fits my phone, and I love that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Pam. I appreciate your time. Again, this is Emmy Hall at the 2015 Detroit Auto Show here with the 2016 Chevy Volt. Thanks so much for watching. You can go to tflcar.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Bye.